Hey guys, it's Meg. I am here this week with a new video for you. This is going to be our tarot reading for the week, so if you guys want to get a message from the cards, please come on in, have a seat, and we'll get started in a moment. Just a few quick things before we get to the cards though. If you like what you see in the video, please go ahead and click the like, subscribe, and the bell buttons. That way you can stay in the loop for when I post new work. It really is a boon to my confidence that you guys would watch my videos, that you like my videos, that something in what I have to say to you guys is resonating with you. So thank you for your support in that way. I have listed the decks I'm using in the description as well as the timestamps for this reading. You'll be able to skip around if you guys want to see a portion of this message. I do tend to run my messages a little bit longer, so maybe there's a portion of the information that resonates with you rather than the whole thing. So you'll be able to jump around. Also, you can get in touch with me outside of YouTube if you want to. I've listed my social media links. And finally, if you think there is something I can help you with outside of this, I am available for private readings. There's a QR code right here that will take you to my commissions page. If you guys want a private reading with me, please let me know. Please also follow your heart on that. It's not a big deal if you can't or if you're not comfortable doing that. Totally okay. My comments and DMs are open if you have other interpretations or if you have any feedback, questions, or concerns for me. Let me know, and I'm happy to help where I can. So, if this is your first reading with me, this is actually going to be a little bit different from how I'm reading because normally I will read from both oracle decks and tarot decks, and I find that gives a complete picture of what's going on in the energy space. It's nice to have a well-rounded reading, and as far as I'm concerned, I like doing it that way. However, this reading is going to be done a little bit differently because I decided that we need to play around with some oracle decks by themselves. I don't often do that, and I kind of want to test my improvisational reading skills. With the tarot, there is some, if I do find that there are some common tropes and things that come through between each of the decks. So if I say, oh, I'm reading tarot, and you know anything about tarot, you'll know that specific cards have specific meanings, and it doesn't really matter how it's interpreted visually, even though I do think it does. I'm drawn to visuals. But I have it because oracles tend to be a little more loosey-goosey. I tend to have a less easy time interpreting them off the top of my head. So I thought I could take you guys along with me and do some practicing with my oracle decks. The decks, hold on a minute here, the decks we're going to use specifically for this are the Animal Power deck by Allison Charles. Okay, there's the Animal Power deck. Okay, and we have the Fairies Oracle deck. This is by Eugene Fletcher. This is actually one of my newer decks. So it's very cute. I'm excited to work with her again. Okay. So the way we're gonna get the message out of the cards is that I'm going to read some main energy, and then we're going to get into some hidden energy and some clarifying energy, and maybe if it hasn't run on too long, we're going to do a bonus reading at the end, but check the description. If there's a timestamp for that, go ahead and look at that if you so desire. Okay. Also, I do have some incense running, so if you do see a little bit of smoke wafting in, that's that's what that is, although it's a very thin, it's very thin, so I don't know if it's going to come in stream. Okay. Yeah, okay. Making sure it was actually still lit. It is, by the way. Okay, so let's get started with our main energy. Okay. Let's see some main energy, please. What do we need to see? Okay. All right, we are going to start with the buffalo, which says share abundance. Okay, there's our buffalo. We have the whale, which says communicate clearly. Okay, we've got the whale, let's communicate clearly. And we have the fox, which says welcome nighttime magic. Interesting. Okay, interesting. So there's the fox. Let's see what's coming up for our other deck here. Main energy from our fairy deck here. What do we need to see? What more do we need to see? Okay, all right. We have up in smoke. Okay, we have up in smoke. All right, up in smoke. We have overflowing wealth. Interesting. Overflowing wealth. Okay. Overflowing wealth. And we have say it out loud. Whoa. Whoa, guys. Hold on a minute here. I feel like we've paired up our cards here. And I'm going to show you why in a minute here. Okay. We're going to start with this communicate clearly and say it out loud. The first thought that I got initially after getting out the animal cards was that some of you have big ideas. Some of you have big dreams. Like you're ready to go. You're feeling ambitious and you're ready to go, right? The next step that either you need to take, you're procrastinating on taking, or you're kind of iffy about, is how to actualize those things. All right, you got it in your head, you can see it. You can see it. Like, this is something you're so passionate for. Like, I feel like you can almost taste the victory, right? You're seeing yourself at the end of the line, and the achievement tastes really sweet on your tongue, right? You're here now, you're there in the future. What's going on in the middle? Okay, what's going on in the middle? The first step to getting you from now to then is actualizing it, saying it out loud. I see it, I feel it, I need to make it real for myself. Communicate clearly. Say it out loud to yourself. Okay, say it out loud to yourself. Say it out loud to yourself before this dream dissipates, before this dream goes up in smoke. Okay. I don't think, truthfully though, I don't think that's going to happen as such, because I know that, I don't know, actually, I should say. I feel like this thing is so powerfully strong that you can't be knocked off your perch where this is concerned. You will die on this hill. This is something you are going to do. Damn it. Right? Explore it. Explore what achieving this dream might mean to you. Okay, we have this nighttime magic. I'm equating that with the moon energy, the way I always the way I will always explain the moon card out of the tarot is this is your dreams, your creativity, but simultaneously it's also your fears, your ego, the little voice that says, uh, the little voice in your head that stops you before you even get started. Okay. In order to achieve this thing, okay, in order to achieve this thing, you need to say it out loud and be firm with yourself about it before that inner voice says, nope, nope, it's not going to happen, never going to happen, you don't have what it takes. Shh. To that little voice inside your head, I'm going to say, bestie, thank you for showing up. Let's sit down and be calm for a minute, because authentic person over here who I am rooting for every step of the way is gonna say what they want and mean what they want. They're gonna say what they want with their whole chest, and you can't deny it. You can't tell them no. Okay. Hope that's making sense here. This is coming from a place of abundance. Okay. Doesn't necessarily mean financial abundance. What I'm hearing right now is where there's a will, there's a way. Okay. You are abundantly determined. You have so much determination. You are willing to put in the time, the effort. Maybe it's monetary. You know what that is for you. Okay. But you're willing to put it in, right? You're willing to do the thing, no matter where it takes you, no matter where it goes. If I were reading tarot, I would probably anticipate getting the Nine of Wands. It's that energy there. I'm also feeling the Moon card energy out of the tarot as well. Again, we're not reading tarot for this video, so I'm going to let you put it together how you see it. But you're there. Something is firmly in your grip, and you're determined to make it. You're determined to make it happen. Okay, you're determined to make it happen. All right. Okay. We're going to get some supplemental cards for our main energy here. Determined to make it happen. I love this for you right now. Let's see what else we got to see. What supplemental energy do we need for our main energy here? This is really good. Okay. You can come out. Okay. So some supplemental energy here. We're going to see. Okay, we're going to see the Stingray, which says discover peace and calm. We're seeing Zebra. Bestie, look at what that says. That says break free of the box. Love that. Love to see the Zebra. Okay, break free of the box. We also have ring around the fairies. Ring around the fairies. Okay, and we have ignite your fire. You know how I said that Nine of Wands energy, I brought up Nine of Wands? I'm going to tell you this right here. Wands are associated with the element of fire. So I don't think it's coincidence that we're getting a fire card, okay, or a card that is themed around the idea of fire. Love this entirely for you, because the magic, the magic that you have around you right now, it's fire. Yes, bestie, it is fire. I'm getting the idea of magic with this fairy ring, okay, because there is energy around you that wants you to achieve your goal, okay. Oh, and look at that. Look at what's in that center. Candles, flames, fire. It's here. It's here. What did I say about you being determined to achieve this? Okay. Um, Fire is present. Okay. It's definitely present. Um, there needs to be a balance here. Okay. There needs to be a balance here because while you are saying that the box you've been in, like that ego voice, that tiny little ego voice that wants you to shut it down, that's put you in a box and you've broken out of it, okay, and your fire is free and easy burning, okay, you need to balance that by staying calm, okay, staying calm and finding inner peace, okay, because, and I say that because I feel that some of you going through this experience, even if it is powerful and magical and bright and warm, okay, there's a tendency for you to burn it out pretty quick. Okay, you're burning the candles at both ends. Okay, because maybe you're trying to do too much. It's okay to it's okay to be ambitious, right? But it's also absolute necessity that you it's an absolute necessity that you mind your energy too, because you might be the kind of person that burns out a little bit easy. Okay. Um, if you are, I hope if you are that kind of person, I hope that you have mechanisms to take care of yourself, because burnout's not a fun feeling. I've done that. Not a fun feeling. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's see one more card. One more card for our main energy. Okay. What more can we see to supplement our main energy here? Okay, we're gonna look at good company. Oh, three of cups energy coming through. We're looking at good company. Okay, good company, and we have the snail, which says lean into true intimacy. Know who your people are. Okay. Know who your people are, because recall that I said with the fairy ring, there's energy around you that wants you to succeed, okay, wants you to succeed. Yes, you need to know who those people are, but also don't be afraid to celebrate those people too, okay. You've got cheerleaders in your corner, you've got your coach cheering you on, okay. I got the image of a boxing ring for some reason. Maybe you want to be an MMA fighter. I don't know. Suffice it to say, this goal is something you are passionate about, and there are people in your space who want to see this succeed. Okay, and it will succeed so long as you keep your ego voice in check, but also balance this passion with peace and calm. Okay. Okay. There's our main energy. Okay. Let's go a bit deeper. Okay. I feel like there's some energy that we don't really quite know about yet. Hopefully it's supplemental, but let's see what got us to this. Let's see what's got us to this point. Right? I think this is a fairly positive reading so far, and I love it for you. I love this for you. Okay. Well, let's see what else we need to see. Okay. This is going to be our hidden energy. So the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to take the card off the bottom of the deck. I'm going to take a couple cards off the bottom of the deck, and we'll see what else, what's unknown to us right now. What's hidden. Okay. hidden energy, please. Okay. Okay, so to start off, we have the turtle, which says, invoke ancient grounded power. Okay. And we have the manatee. We have the manatee, which says, allow for gentle times. Okay, allow for gentle times. We're also going to pull up the peacock, which says, share your true colors. Okay, share your true colors. So part of this, let me get out the other cards while I'm talking here. Part of this is that you've been called to this specific purpose because it's going to align the best for you. This is where your inner fire is coming in, because you've not only waited for this for a long time, but you have really fought to get out of the mold that people expected you to be in. Okay, and you've made a lot of personal growth happen to the point that you can now let your true colors come out. Okay, it's stifling, honestly, and I'm speaking from a place of personal experience here, because I've had times where people have tried to silence me and tried to say, oh, you're too much, or you're too much of this, you're too little of that, blah blah blah. That could have been your experience too. That's not fun. That's gross. That's totally icky. But in this time, you pushed past a lot of that conditioning, and you discovered your true colors. You discovered your true colors, and not only that, this thing that you're feeling all of the fire for is what is truly aligned with you in this moment. Okay. Let's start there. Let's start with that. Let's see what else we need to see. Okay. What else we need to see? We have jokes on you. Okay. We have the jokes on you. Okay. The jokes on you. We have feel the feels. I want you to pay attention to this card because look what's coming out again. Feel the feels. Okay. And we also have desire. Okay. So there's a couple of things. There's a desire card. There's a couple of things coming out with this hidden energy. Number one, this feel the feels and desire cards. Like I said, this has been you're feeling the energy to actualize these dreams powerfully. Okay, it's powerful. It's fire energy. It is fire energy. Okay, like I said, pay attention. Look what's in this card. Fire. Okay. It's been burning real deep. Okay, it's been burning real deep, and it's coming from a place of finally breaking out of the mold, finding your true colors, and being able to show them off. Okay, but with this jokes on you card, I feel like this energy is also playful and happy and joyful, and you know, the sense of groundedness. Okay, I'm getting here with this turtle card. It's finally grounded in a way that really allows it to move. Okay, really allows it to move. Okay, but like I said a bit ago, I think this hidden energy is confirming here. You have to make places and times for you to take care of yourself too. Okay, you're a fiery personality. I'm also sensing that this may resonate with my fire signs and the zodiac, Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries. Hello, friends. This reading may be for you. Take care of yourself too. Okay, I think another part of the risk, aside from burning your candle at both ends, another risk might be that um, you're burning so hot that you forget to take care of yourself. It's while I think this task is meaningful to you, and certainly you should be putting your time and energy into things that fill your cup, um, you can't go hard all the time. Okay, um, this thing isn't something that's going to happen quickly, right? It's a race, not a marathon. It's a marathon, not a sprint, is what I meant to say. Okay. Um, yeah, you're gonna have to put some time and energy into what's lighting your fire, but also you're gonna have to take care of yourself as well. Okay. Okay. So yeah, I think that hidden energy confirmed the main energy, which is good. I think that's kind of what we want here. Once again, let me reiterate: if you have any other interpretations and would like to share them with me, let's go ahead and leave those in the comments. Please feel safe before you do that, though. And let me know if you have any other questions, comments, or concerns. Let's clarify it. Let's clarify this reading. I'm interested to know why it is we're getting what we're getting. Why it is we're getting what we're getting. Why now? Okay. Just something to clarify. Something to clarify what we're seeing. This is special. I think this is something long time in the making for some of you, in which case I am so excited to see this. Okay. So, what do we need to see? Let's see what we need to see. Okay. Clarifying energy, please. Okay. Getting the porcupine. Okay, that says trust, open-hearted vulnerability. Okay. There's porcupine. We have the seal, which says find heart connection. Okay. Trust, open-hearted vulnerability. We have the seal. Find open-hearted connection. And we have the leopard, embracing your uniqueness. I love this. Honestly, some of you have been waiting for this time. This is your time to shine. If you are resonating with that, this is absolutely for you. Okay. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Embrace your uniqueness. Embracing your uniqueness. Some of you have waited so long for this. So long. Okay. Here's the leopard. Okay. Okay. We have the generous spirit. We have the generous spirit. Okay. With the generous spirit, we have the king. Okay. We have the king. All right. And we have time to tinker. I was right about the playful energy here. Time to tinker. Okay. Time to tinker. My first thought with this clarifying energy to get this started was that there's a time to play and a time to take care. Okay, I think that's the obvious message here. Getting here with I'm getting to that with time to tinker and the king energy, because I'm reading this as a divine masculine action taking, very goal driven energy. This is you're aware of what you want. You are deeply aware of what you want, And that is great. I love that for you. I want that for you in all of the ways it can possibly happen. And all of those ways are good. I promise you that. Um, promise you that, but I do acknowledge that challenges may come up in that. Okay, I'm to tinker this divine masculine goal-oriented energy. Okay, um, it's also coming from a place of uniqueness. Okay, you're not gonna fit the box people are putting on you. You're not gonna listen to that little voice inside your head that's shutting you down before you even get started. Bullshit, but bestie, no, don't listen to that. Don't listen to that. You're not meant to listen to that because you have all of this fire burning energy. Okay, it's coming from your unique place of incredibleness. Okay, pretty sure there was a better way of putting that, but I hope you hope you get my meaning on that. This goal is coming from here. It's coming from here. Um, so maybe there's a little bit of a trigger in here, but you know what? You're just stubborn enough not to listen to this. Okay? Not to listen to it too closely. Okay? But like I said, time to play, time to take care. Confirmed by the fact that while you are generous of spirit, okay, you're very generous of spirit. You want people to share in your victory. You want people to share in your goals, which is great, and I love that for you. Again, take care, but find the right people to do this with. Find the right people. Find the right people you can be vulnerable with. Find the right people that you can trust to connect yourself to. Okay, you've worked hard for this thing. You've worked so hard for this. I can't even imagine what kind of challenges might have come up in your space to get yourself here. Okay. I'm going to pull another couple of cards to clarify this because I think there's more to this message than we're currently seeing. Okay. You have the duck. It says, step into sacred union. You have the duck. You have the horse, which says, embrace new adventure. Okay. The horse. You have the rabbit, which says, activate fertility. Okay, I'm going to explain how I'm seeing that in a minute, but you take that how you will. We also have, I love this is going up in March, we have gold at the end of the rainbow. Okay, gold at the end of the rainbow. We have the shapeshifter. Okay, we have the shapeshifter, and we have good things come in threes. So, yeah, what's interesting here, and this is gonna supplement our clarifying energy here, is that this is coming from a very, very powerful place. It's coming from a powerful place of creativity, certainly. Okay. But it's a new adventure. Okay. It's a new adventure. Two of Wands. The gates are open. The world's yours for exploring. You're being encouraged to get out of your comfort zone. Shut the little ego voice in your head down for a little bit and go forward as you can, knowing that you have people on your side who genuinely desperately want you to succeed at whatever this is. Okay. Succeed at what this is. It will bring success. Okay. It will bring success in some form. It might not look like how you planned for. That's okay. Okay. Recall that you're able to be a chameleon in this situation. I love that for you. Okay, I love that for you because that means that you're capable of evolving, you're capable of shifting, you're capable of making your situation work for you, even if that situation doesn't come off as ideal. Okay? Success takes many forms. Okay? And you have really good people around you. I want to highlight this good things come in threes, because I recall saying that the Three of Cups energy from the tarot was coming to me. This card looks almost eerily familiar to the Three of Cups. Now, I can't really show it to you in the way I would like to because I don't have a tarot deck. Even if I did, it would be because I'm pulling cards at random. I couldn't pick it up quickly. So, yeah, I might insert it somewhere over here. So look out for that. But I will do something with that. But back to the card here. This Three of Cups. You have good things coming to you. Okay, and this Three of Cups energy is celebrating a support system of people around you that really want you to succeed. Okay. So I am going to call the main portion of the reading here. This is where you get off. Thank you so much. I am grateful for you if you've made it this far in. I do have a bonus reading for you that will be timestamped in the description, as I've said before. But please feel free to go if you want to sign off. Totally cool. I will see you in the next one. But for those of you staying on, hi, hello, thank you. I do have some bonus cards for you. Yeah, let's see what we need to see. Okay, let's see what we need to see. Okay. What do we need to see for our bonus reading? Bonus reading, please. What do I need to see? Okay. I'm also going to pull some supplement cards, but I've rambled on long enough, so I will make it quick. But let's see what we need to see for our bonus reading. Okay. All right. So bonus reading is starting off with a lion. This says embrace honesty and generosity. Okay, we've got the lion. Okay, got the lion. Okay, we've got the alligator, which says take intuitive action. Okay, take intuitive action. There's our alligator. Okay. And we have the beetle, which says think optimistically. Okay, we have the beetle, think optimistically. We have the queen. Oh, okay. We have the queen. Okay, we've got the queen, got the divine feminine. Okay, got the divine feminine. Okay, and we have showing up. Okay, here's the deal. I think part of this is you tapping into, if you're just signing on for the bonus reading, you might be resonating with this if you have felt the need to come into yourself a little bit more. I'm getting here with this take intuitive action. Okay, but I'm also getting here with our fairy cards here because we have the divine feminine and we have the queen. I don't know if I'm interpreting the differences between divine masculine and divine feminine correctly here, so I need to brush up on those facts. But the way I understand divine feminine versus divine masculine is that one is very much about doing things and taking action and being busy, and the other is being calm and peaceful and settled. And I think you're in a place, if you're here just for the bonus reading, you might be resonating this if you've come to a place where you have felt tired and wrung out. You need some time to take care of yourself. You need some time to show up for yourself. Okay. Some time to show up for yourself because your cups are kind of running low. Okay, your cups are kind of running low, and if you're tailing on to the end of the main reading, I said a couple of times that there's something in your energy that may have you running the risk of burning your candle at both ends. Okay, that's coming from, I feel that's coming from a place of very generous, beautiful, incredible energy here, which isn't bad. That's never bad. But if you're giving to the wrong people, that could have energetic effects, and not in a good way. But sometimes you got to show up for yourself before you can give to other people, and that's kind of what I'm getting here. Okay, you're intuitively. You know intuitively what that energy feels like, and whether you know it or not, you are responding to it. Okay, because your intuition, I think you definitely have a lot of you have some good, strong intuitive senses here. You're also, see, now I'm getting all of the Queen cards out of the tarot here. So Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, and Queen of Swords. The depiction here reminds me very strongly of the Queen of Swords, because while you're not necessarily looking at the details of the situation, even though I think you're aware of them anyway, you're aware and you're saying, you know what, I know what's going on. I gotta step back. My intuition is saying, stop, show up for yourself, protect yourself a little bit before you go back to doing this. Okay. Take care of yourself. I'm also hearing tap into your childhood joys. Okay. I don't know how many of you have read Shakespeare, but I'm getting Midsummer Night's Dream. Okay. Midsummer Night's Dream, that Robin Goodfellow. If you've ever read it, you'll know the character. Anyway, I'm also getting Mr. Tumnus out of Chronicles of Narnia. There's a mischief, but there's a need for taking care of yourself and reflecting and being honest as possible. Okay, I'm also getting the High Priestess energy. So reflection is going to come in very strongly for you as well. Okay. What's going to help immensely, okay? What will help immensely here is thinking positive. Okay, thinking positive without doing the emotional and spiritual bypassing. Okay, without doing the emotional and spiritual bypassing, but also knowing that you have the capability of intuitively understanding the situation that brought you here, whether you have all of the details, whether it's murky, you know what's going on. Okay, you're capable of sussing it out. Okay, so that is it for the bonus reading. That is it for our main reading. Thank you so much for being here. I very much appreciate you. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know. get in touch. Get in touch with me if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. I think I just said that. Um, anyway, I'm going to stop this conversation for now, guys, but I will be back in a couple of days with a new video. I hope this resonates. But until then, I love you guys lots. I will see you very soon. Bye, everybody.